Hello, and welcome back as we teach you ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs and the ancient Egyptian language. If you like this content and these videos, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Now, so far we have covered roughly half the Egyptian alphabet. The uniliterals, anyway. Now we're going to go into an area that causes English speakers some confusion. And that is the 4 H's. The Egyptian alphabet has 4, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 H's. And the unfortunate thing is that they're all separate and distinct. The Egyptians didn't confuse their H's. So you really can't just learn one H and forget about the others. You gotta learn them all. Because each H is distinct and doesn't cross over, at least not normally. It does sometimes, but it's rare. So our first H today is the regular H, or house plan letter. Now, to draw this letter, you start as if you were drawing a box. But you finish the house by drawing the final line inside the first. This creates the entrance to the house. It's best to draw this letter as a single line. And this letter H is transliterated just as a normal H. And it's pronounced as a soft H, as in hand. This letter also has a direction and should be read into the entrance of the house. So that's the first H. Our second H is the dot H and uses a letter shaped like a twisted wick. Now, back in ancient times, when you had an oil lamp, you had to make your own wick to stick in the lamp. And how you did this was you took a piece of string and you twisted it. That's what's being represented here by the dot H hieroglyph, which is a twisted piece of string to represent a wick of oil lamp. To draw this letter, draw the letter as a twisted loop with 3 twists or openings. The letter is drawn tall and thin. And the letter is translated as the letter H, but with a dot underneath it. And that dot is really, really important because it distinguishes one H from another, the first H from the second. And the dot H is pronounced with a hard H, as in ha. Our third H is the round H and uses a letter shaped like a filled-in circle. To draw this H, you start by drawing a circle. And inside the circle, draw 4 horizontal lines. The letter is transliterated as an H with a curved line or smile underneath it. The round H is pronounced as the German och or Scottish loch. It's that k sound, and it's a little bit throaty. Our fourth and final H, fortunately, is the flat H and uses a letter shaped like an animal belly and tail. To draw this letter, draw the tail with a pointed end. Draw an oval over the pointed end. Then draw 7 tabs on the edge of the oval. The letter is transliterated as an H with a straight line underneath it. Now, the flat H is pronounced similar to the round H, but has a lot more breath, as in huh. So the round H is k, the flat H is huh. So there we have 4 H's, an H, a dot H, a round H, and a flat H. H, ha, H, and H. It's a lot of H's. Now, I'm also going to start introducing you to very, very simple sentences at this point, because we've now got enough letters under our belt where we can start introducing you to some extra vocabulary and some sentences. I'm also going to introduce you to the name of the solar god Re. He's the sun god. And he's shaped like he's got the head of a falcon and a body of a human being. And he is one of the main gods in ancient Egypt. You can't read almost any inscription without reading something to do with Re. And his name is spelt with a mouth, the R, and an ion. And it has a third letter, usually a determinative after that. So it has 3 characters: the R, the ion, and the god determinative. Now, at the very beginning, we talked briefly about determinatives. A determinative has no pronunciation, but it's a picture that helps you to determine the meaning of the word. Think of determinatives like visual crib notes. You're actually supposed to read the picture so you can figure out the meaning of the word. So here we have the word Re, meaning the sun god. Now, many Egyptian sentences also begin with a particle, the reed leaf and quail chick, and this is pronounced U. It's spelt EU, but it's pronounced U. Now, the particle itself doesn't mean anything other than that a sentence is a statement of fact. And we're going to take some of the words we've learned in the past and put together our first sentence. And that sentence reads, U, Re, M, Bu, F. Now, if you'll remember, we just talked about this, U means it's a statement of fact. Re is the sun god. M is from the last lesson, which is the preposition in. And Bu F from a few lessons before, his place. Re is in his place. U, Re, M, Bu, F. Re is in his place. That is your first sentence in Egyptian. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and please hit the subscribe button if you found this video helpful. See you next time.